President Donald Trump held a high-profile celebration at the White House on Thursday, aiming to energize Republican lawmakers and working-class voters around his expansive tax and spending proposal. The event showcased delivery drivers, law enforcement personnel, and hourly workers groups that would directly benefit from elements of the bill, such as eliminating taxes on tips and overtime pay. However, just as the celebration unfolded, the legislation faced a significant obstacle. The Senate parliamentarian struck down a critical section of the package $250 billion in Medicaid-related savings that were intended to help finance the overall plan. The ruling dealt a blow to Republican leaders, who had relied on those cuts to partially balance the costs of extending Trump-era tax reductions and boosting military funding. Dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the legislation narrowly cleared the House of Representatives in a 215 to 214 vote. It seeks to cement the tax cuts passed in 2017, add $150 billion to the defense budget, and allocate resources to intensify immigration enforcement, central themes in Trump's policy platform. In response to the parliamentarians' ruling, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt downplayed the setback, describing it as a routine part of the legislative process. She reaffirmed President Trump's determination to have the bill finalized and signed into law by Independence Day, July 4th. The path forward, however, remains precarious. Senate Republicans must now scramble to revise the legislation to account for the loss of the $250 billion in Medicaid offsets, all while maintaining unity within their razor-thin majorities in both chambers. Even a few defections could derail the bill entirely. Why it matters: Trump's marquee domestic policy initiative now teeters on the edge, as Senate rules threaten to unravel a major funding mechanism. With tight deadlines and slim GOP control in Congress, lawmakers must navigate intense political pressure to deliver on promises that could reshape tax policy, federal health care spending, and immigration enforcement, impacting millions of Americans in the process.